So Red Wings in action on Saturday. Bit of a rough one against the Carolina Hurricanes. But really quick note, I got an email from the Red Wings and the Tigers, for that matter. We've got an update on the whole TV streaming situation with the Red Wings and the Tigers. Apparently it is a Detroit SportsNet. That's what they're calling it, Detroit SportsNet. So the Tigers will be on their, starting now. Going to do, it looks like, a couple spring training games and then the entire regular season. And then the Red Wings starting next season. So the rest of this season, the Red Wings will remain on FanDuel Sports Detroit. And starting next season, the Red Wings will be on Detroit SportsNet, which, again, all these broadcasts, even the Red Wings, will be produced by the MLB, which is pretty interesting. So according to this email, you could stream 2026 Tigers and 26-27 Red Wings without blackouts on one dedicated platform available throughout Michigan and on a monthly basis across both teams' local markets. So I guess if you, which we should be, you live in the local market, you get, looks like an annual package that you can subscribe to both. So yes, Detroit SportsNet. That's what the Tigers will be on this season and what the Red Wings will be on starting next season. And I'm still uncertain where this is going to be on, like, actual TV. Like, you have a regular TV package. Like, is this going to be a channel on TV? Looks like they have a FAQ right here. You have the flexibility to choose how you'd like to watch Red Wings and Tigers games. Detroit SportsNet will be available on many cable satellite providers throughout Michigan, while also being accessible through in-market streaming subscriptions. So there you go. That answers your question. It will be a TV channel. So that'll be how you can get the Tigers and the Red Wings. And looking at this, it looks like you can subscribe for a $20 monthly subscription or a $190 yearly subscription. So there you go. Detroit SportsNet, your new home of the Detroit Tigers, and starting next season, your new home of the Detroit Red Wings. So there you go. Speaking to the Red Wings, as we mentioned, Red Wings in action on Saturday. They fell 5-2 to the Carolina Hurricanes. Rough start. Red Wings fell behind 2-0 in the first period, and then 3-0, another goal early in the second period before the Red Wings started to chip away. Late flurry in that second. Simon Edvinsson able to get his 7th goal in the season, and then Patrick Kane, less than a minute to go in the second, he's able to get the goal, which, man, he went on a big cold spell there. That was his first goal that he scored since his milestone night when he surpassed 500 career goals against Vancouver in early January. He got that 2-goal game. Yeah, that was the last time he scored a goal until this game. He has gotten a few assists in there, but I mean, in general, seemed that Patrick Kane there just went ice cold just with points in general. But he gets the goal, and then early in the third period, Carolina squashed any notion of a comeback. Shane Gostisbehere, former Red Wing, scores to make it 4-2, and then 3 minutes later, Jackson Blake makes it 5-2, and then that ended up being the final. It was Cam Talbot in net, his first game in quite some time. First game since January 22nd, so first game in net for the Red Wings in over a month. And, ends up with the loss, unfortunately. So the Red Wings are back in action tonight on the road against the Nashville Predators. It should be John Gibson back in net for the Detroit Red Wings, who are looking to get back into the win column, as they've done a very good job not losing really back-to-back games, specifically in regulation. They did go on a 3-game losing streak just ahead of the Olympic break, but one of those was a shootout loss, unfortunately. But the Red Wings will see if they can get another bounce back tonight against the Nashville Predators, who are currently towards the bottom in terms of the Western Conference. I mean, of course I say that, at least in comparison to where the Eastern Conference is. So many teams jammed in. Western Conference, very top-heavy, but the Predators are just 3 points out of the wild card there. They have a couple teams there knocking on the door. The Predators, one of those teams. Meanwhile, the Red Wings, with the loss and some other teams winning, Red Wings drop back down into the wild card. Tampa Bay's in first in the Atlantic Division, 80 points. Then you got Buffalo, 76. Montreal, 75. The Red Wings with 74. And then the Bruins right behind them, 71. Red Wings and Bruins, the two wild card teams. Then the Capitals just out of the picture with 69 points. So the Red Wings have a 5-point buffer between them and being out of the playoffs. And how do you keep pace? Well, you got to keep winning games. And we're getting kind of the point, the stretch of the season where, really even these overtime losses is still, probably going to be deemed unacceptable. You got to get these wins. You got to get the full 2 points. Pretty much the majority of the time that you're out there on the ice, especially if you're this Red Wings team that you're hungry. You're hungry to end this playoff drought. And keep in mind, too, this week, I believe Friday, is the NHL trade deadline as well, so we'll see if the Red Wings make a move in there. There is a defenseman from Vancouver that the Red Wings were interested in last week. Looks like nothing really progressed on that. It was Tyler Myers. So we'll see if anything happens with that or if they get any other players ahead of the trade deadline as well. But 2 o'clock tip-off today. Tip-off. Puck drop. A 2 o'clock puck drop today for the Red Wings for whatever reason. So there you go. That'll be on WKHM, Jackson's News Talk, 970 AM, 101.5 FM at 2 o'clock for Red Wings and Predators.
If you missed today's installment of On the Docket, podcast it at foxsports1019.com or wherever you get your podcasts. Be sure to tune in live weekdays at noon on Jackson's Fox Sports 101.9 FM.